How y'all doing? Welcome to Oz Homestead. In this video, we have new pigs coming, little baby piglets. We got to get ready for them, so stay tuned, see how we do it, and see the cool pigs we got at the end of the video. All right, so this is where I want to put my permanent pig area, and I've got this dead pine tree right here. And just before I put all this fencing up, I'd really like to take it down. It's a little bit of wind today, not too much, and there's not too many leaves and stuff on the top, so I don't think it's going to be affected too much by the wind. But I think because the lean is a little bit like that, I think I might be able to drop it along here and not hit the shelter that's over there. But I might just move that shelter just a little bit more out of the way just to be safe. All right, so we're done with using the tractor. Oh, I still got my chainsaw and stuff out here. We took that tree down earlier, like you saw. We removed the tree. Then I came in with a grapple and got the rest of everything. I kind of came through just to push out a lot of the roots and stuff with the grapple. So we want to keep this patch of trees for the pigs so that they have shade in the summer. Look at that, the grapple took a chunk out of this tree. Hopefully this thing survives. It's a nice oak. But the idea is we're going to keep that patch of trees. I'm going to remove that log, that stump from when I took out an earlier tree. And we're going to basically do a big rectangle with these trees in the middle. And this will have their house and stuff and their feeding and water, because it's still, I think, within hose distance to the house. So we want to make sure that we have water here for the pigs. So this will be a permanent area, and then I can run the electric out into the rest of the woods so that they can have their little sections to switch out on and everything. And then I'll just keep this area heavily wood chipped for them. So let's take out more of these stumps. Dude, this thing is like just eating up gas today. Well, I got a good amount done in the time I was working. I got that big dangerous tree out of the way, cleared out some area. I know where I'm gonna put the permanent pig area. So next thing I gotta do is set that up. All right, so when I'm setting up this permanent pig area, one of the things I wanna make sure I can do is reach my hose to it so that I can fill up their water and everything like that, or spray them down or fill up their wallow, which the wallow is just basically a hole that you fill with water, and that way they can bathe in it and stuff like that, and it keeps them cool because pigs can't sweat. So basically all they have is just going into water to try to keep them cool. So it gets pretty hot in the summertime here in Virginia, so I'm just going to make sure that that hose can reach out there before I set up this area. That's where I'm going to build it. That's where I was intending to build it, so I'm glad it all worked out. dogs. Again. Loose. Ready? Ready? Yes. Go get it. All right, this is the final one here. So, you never used these things before. They're pretty sweet. You basically line up the metal between these little stubs here, and it holds it really well. What I like to do first, though, is I pull this one down a little bit more. That goes on that side. And then over here, you just take your pliers or whatever, and you just move this around to this side. And then it's nice and locked in. And this keeps them from pulling the fence up. This keeps them from pulling the fence up here. See that? Nice and solid. Yeah, sorry about the wind, but this is the complete thing. So I got it fenced in. We got all these woods, this wood is here, right? So when they're in here, they're gonna have their water, their shelter, they have shade, natural shade from these trees here. And then when I want them to actually forage in the woods, you just remove a panel, put up your electric netting, and you can run them in one section and then bring them in, close it off, open another one, and open up this area here, you know, every couple weeks or every month or whatever. Just depends on the progress that they're making. And this is the way to do it, in my opinion. This is the way, because this is the way. And the reason being is because I work full-time and I don't really have the time. This is so much more convenient when it comes to rotating them in the summertime for me. Then I don't have the pasture land of like just using electric netting. And also, if you go away for the weekend and you have your pigs in here, you know that they're not getting out of these cattle panels. And you're like, why are you using cattle panels instead of hog panels? Well, we used to have sheep, and when we had sheep, we had these cattle panels for the sheep. And money is not an easy commodity to come by these days, and so it's a lot easier just to reuse the stuff we have than go and buy a whole bunch of stuff. I've already had all this stuff, so this whole thing cost me no money. So we're going to be getting 4 new pigs, 2 females intact, and then 2 castrated males. And we're going to get those piglets tomorrow, and now they have a sweet little spot. They got their house with hay in it and stuff. I even put wood chips in here to kind of lay out, and that's going to kind of help like reduce their manure load and everything, and I'll add more and add more, and then that'll end up becoming really nice compost. So we have all those wood chips, we got to use them. So I'll be adding more and more. I mean, there's not much in there now, but you know, I don't have a lot of time. I got to get back in the house and help out my wife with something. So yeah, we're ready for these pigs tomorrow. All right, we got our pigs.
Hi. Hi, cuties.
These are Homestead and Old Spot mixes. Pretty cool.
Oops.
All right, so what we did just in case is we have our electric netting on the inside of the perimeter just because they are so small. Yeah, you're in? I would get under on the bottom. I'm doing it this year. Good? Oh yeah, this is good. They're all on your side, but wise. Alright, we'll put them down right here, huh? Alright. Dig through all that.
Yeah.
So I soaked some grain in here, and then Chelsea said we should use this baby formula that we have left over. This is goat milk baby formula. Even comes with a scoop. We don't need the scoop. So we'll just put a little bit of this baby formula in here. Give him a little boost. A bit more water in there. Oh, perfect.
That's the one with the ears. Grab her.
Oh no, that's all right. It's all right.
Oh.
The bed instead of running through it.
Yeah.
Here, just stand still.
What?
There you go.
Okay.
Chelsea's trying to make friends.
She lets me pet her. The other ones don't really.
So these piglets here, we have 2 male, 2 females. The males are cut, and we're going to end up doing a breeding operation with the 2 females, and the males are going to go to the processor. But these are Homestead Old Spot crosses, so they're I think 25% Homestead, and then the rest 75% is Old Spot. And so these pigs here are a heritage breed. Both of those are heritage breeds. They grow pretty long, so you get a lot of bacon out of them, and they're just awesome pigs. They have really good marbling, all the good stuff. I mean, these are what the royal family in England used to eat. So these are pretty cool pigs. They're adorable. They look like little mini Oreo things. They're already rooting up. They have a nice little area that we set up for them, and we're gonna end up once they get a little bit bigger, and they're already starting to get really familiar with the electric netting that we have here. But when they get a little bit bigger, we're going to start putting them out in the woods a little bit more, so they can help dig up stuff and enjoy themselves. So they've got their shelter, they got plenty of hay, they're going to be nice and warm, got their water bowl and 2 food dishes set up. So thanks for joining us on this video. Keep you updated with how they do and everything. Things are coming along pretty good this spring so far, if I can call it spring. We're pretty excited for these 2. This is our 2nd batch of pigs ever. The first batch went pretty well. We had no issues really. It was a learning curve, but definitely pigs are the way to go for homesteading. If you're into pork, which if you've never had this kind of pork, like that's raised on a farm and they're raised in the woods and everything, it is a game changer than the stuff that's at the grocery store. But thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video. That's really important. That really helps us out. So thank you.